Luz y progreso, paz y justicia. This is Salsista, Brujo Luis. So I know I haven't done a video in like 2 weeks. My dog that I had for 15 years, Georgie, passed away. So he passed away on Halloween. So I was in luto for 9 days. I kind of like separated myself from social media. So the word luto means mourning. I was in mourning for 9 days. And so I had not taken clients for today's the 10th day. Just been with myself, spiritually healing. Haven't done many videos, been away from social media. And so today I decided, it's time to take clients back. So God has a funny way of sending spirits to you when you need it. God has a funny way of mandándote, sending angels your way when you need it. So the first client that I had was a 75-year-old Puerto Rican woman. She came, today's raining here in Massachusetts, as you can see. I'm wearing my yellow rain jacket. This woman inspired me. So anyways, this Puerto Rican woman, 75-year-old woman, comes to my house, very strong Puerto Rican woman. My first client, she sits down in my table, and I said to her, tú eres espiritista, tú tienes tus dones, tú tienes tus facultades. And I said to her, tú tienes que sacar esos seres del closet. You got to get those spirits out of the closets. You got to start working la mesa again. Very strong woman, 75 years old. And it was like God sent an angel my way to slap me in the face and said, snap out of it. So I said to this lady, tú tienes el don de la clave espiritual, the spiritual gifts. Tú tienes el don de trabajar la causa, things that we do in Puerto Rican Espiritismo. And so I said, it is time for you to trabajar la mesa, levantar ese cuadro espiritual. Funniest lady. The reading almost became a velada espiritual. Here I am telling her, levanta esas entidades that you have in your cuadro espiritual. Levanta esos seres, esos protectores, esos guías, those spirits of your spiritual quadrant, de tu cuadro espiritual. When she left the reading, I felt so amazing. 75-year-old strong Puerto Rican woman, an espiritista. And I realized that in the 9 days that I was mourning my George, I have separated myself from social media, and I was in my little mourning, my little luto, and that was God's way of saying, levántate, levántate. Me levanté. If this woman, 75 years old, strong Puerto Rican woman, can come from another town 30 minutes away in this rain, come get a reading, right? And here I'm in my 50s, ya yo pasé mi luto, and it's time to get back and do. So she inspired me to put on my my yellow rain jacket, my rain boots, because I was debating going out today, but this client really inspired me. So gracias bon Dios, gracias Papá Dios Todopoderoso, gracias a la Virgen y gracias a esos seres, esas entidades, esos espíritus, esos seres, esos protectores de mi cuadro espiritual, for sending messages when I need them. So remember, whenever you're down, pay attention, because God sends you entidades. God sends you spirits. No muertos, porque los muertos no tienen vida. God sends you entidades, seres, protectores y guías. Pay attention, because esos seres te van a levantar a ti. So before I end the video, I'm sure I'm going to get messages from people that they noticed that in my video I use the terms muertos, entidades, seres, protectores y guías. And if I can explain the differences between those terms to represent the spirits in your cuadro espiritual, in your spiritual quadrant. Now today a lot of people use the term muertos to describe the spirits in their cuadro espiritual. In Puerto Rican Espiritismo, especially in Espiritismo Criollo, we do not use the term muertos. Muertos for us is something that is non-living, meaning dead, physically dead, spiritually dead, emotionally dead. And so muertos for us often can be a spirit, a ghost, something that's roaming a cemetery, something that's roaming a haunted house, something that has not crossed over, something that is stuck. That does not mean that the term muerto is incorrect if you use the term muerto, right, to define the spirits in your cuadro espiritual. But in a lot of Espiritismo practices, we do not use the term muerto. Again, muerto can mean, or los muertos can mean, a spirit that is stuck in the in-between. It has not crossed over, it has not evolved. Oftentimes you hear El Día de los Muertos, and you see a lot of people give offerings. They're giving offerings to those muertos to give those muertos strength to be able to elevate, to be able to get strong. The term muerto would be the equivalent of the term zombie in some cases in Haitian voodoo, something that is lifeless, something that is disconnected from God. And for us, the only thing that is muerto of a spirit is the physical body. El alma y el espíritu, the soul and the spirit, has life, right? The only thing dead, the only thing muerto is the physical body. Another popular term that we use is also anima. And anima comes from the Latin word animas, something that is animated. It could be a ghost, un espíritu, una fantasma. It's something that's animated. So the word anima means spirit, soul, or breath of life. So an anima can be broken down into a few phrases. We have the popular anima sola. Anima sola is a lost soul, a soul that is lost in the in-between. And that is something that could be used as a ghost or a spirit that may be haunting a location, a place. Often anima solas are known, or lonely souls are known as espíritus intranquilos, intranquil spirits. It's not tranquil. So often anima solas are spirits of suffering souls, and those spirits could be very dangerous because as they are suffering, they bring that suffering energy. They're often spirits of pain, of torment, and so a lot of people mess with those type of spirits, especially hechiceros, muerteros, sorcerers, espiritistas. We do not mess with animas. We pray for the anima solas, the intranquil spirits, los espíritus intranquilos. May they find the light to evolve from that torment from where they're in. We also have animas en el purgatorio. Animas en el purgatorio are spirits or souls in purgatory, in a place of cleansing and purification from their past life, whatever it was. They're purifying and they're cleansing in this area. And then we have bendita animas. Bendita animas are blessed souls, right? And these bendita animas can be the spirits or the souls of loved ones, of our ancestors, people that we might have known that are still around us, searching for prayers and light. Anima sola can live in an existence of perpetual suffering and pain. It's a state of mind of where they find themselves is like a state of mind of hell, of personal suffering. There are spirits of living individuals that can live a life of hell, right? Hell is not a physical place, it's a state of mind. So an anima sola, most anima solas, suffering souls or lonely souls, find themselves in this state of mind of suffering, of internal, mental, spiritual anguish that we would describe kind of like the Christian hell, a place of suffering and torment. And a lot of people use these spirits to harm other people, to send to victims, and these spirits have no consciousness of right or wrong. All they understand is pain and suffering. Sometimes a spirit that cannot move on because it was murdered or raped becomes an anima sola. They get trapped and they cannot move on until the right has been wronged, or the wrong has been right, I'm sorry. But when a lot of people use animas solas to torment a victim, they gotta understand that these spirits have no moral compass, and so they can attack a victim just as much as they can attack the person who's sending, the aggressor, the person who's sending that spirit to harm someone. So we do not use those spirits in Espiritismo. So in Puerto Rican Espiritismo, you'll often hear us use the terms entidades, entities, right? Los entidades de nuestro cuadro espiritual, the entities of our spiritual courts, entidades. We also use seres. Seres means beings, los seres de nuestro cuadro espiritual, the beings of our spiritual court. So entidades, seres protectores. Protectores means spirits that protect us. So entidades, seres protectores, y guías. Guías mean spirits that guide us, right? Esos seres, esos espíritus, esos entidades que nos guía, right? So in Puerto Rican Espiritismo, we don't usually use the term muertos. Doesn't mean that you cannot use the term muerto. Of course you can. But we say espíritus, right? Espíritu. The only thing dead is the physical, la materia, the physical body. The spirit is not dead. The soul is not dead. So in Puerto Rican Espiritismo, we use entidades, seres, protectores, y guías. I hope this video helped. And if you use muerto, you can use muerto. There's no dogma and creeds on that. That's what makes you feel comfortable. But for us, muertos son espíritus. Muertos for us are spirits that are in the in-between, that have not evolved, that need elevation. Sometimes they are animas solas, they are lost spirits, and they often look for lo material, whether it's offerings or food, to give them strength to be able to evolve. But the greatest strength that you can give esos muertos is your prayers. Dale luz, give them light, and give them water. And let's normalize using, especially in Puerto Rican Espiritismo, entidades, entities, seres, beings, protectores, protectors, y guías, guides. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sancista Brujo Luis, I'm back. Ciao. Bye.